All right, what's up, everyone? What I'm going to talk about today it's a minor point. This is not like the deepest, most involved little observation on Earth. I'm treating this YouTube thing kind of like it's just like tweets, basically, like the way I treat Twitter, but just a little fleshed out, so I can like explain a little more. Um, yeah. So what I'm talking about is kind of it's related to the way the culture war is this sort of little debate in the culture war around art and music, and it's especially intense within metal and extreme metal, which is just this whole art versus the artist thing. Like, should you separate the art from the artist? I mean, it's almost tiresome at this point, but hopefully my little well actually will make it slightly less tiresome because it just keeps going, this debate. Um, yeah, it's like, should you listen to what are the ethics of consuming art? Actually, I hate consuming, engaging with art and music made by people who are bad. Okay, you don't want to like music by people who are bad. Okay, it's bad. So like basically, in metal, it's especially intense because you're not just dealing with people who like grabbed some girl's ass one time on a cruise. You're talking about people who are often properly fascist in their beliefs. Maybe not neo Nazis, but far right and far right wing enough that it's legitimate to be afraid of what they want the world to be like, right? Um, you know, and it's especially the European black metal and blackened death and extreme metal. Australians too, they get pretty evil. And so, look, I mean, if you're into metal, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not really, just it's like there's the side that says, look, why can't I listen to music by Burzum? Why can't I listen? It's like, but the riffs though. It's like, I hate the politics, I hate the people, but I love the riffs. I hate the artist, but I love the art. Okay. Then the other side says, no, it is actually unethical to even quote unquote support. The word support is so vague. It needs that you could do 10 YouTube things just on support, but it's wrong to give $10 or even $1 for a download to some guy who's anti-Semitic, because to prop that person up like that sends anti-Semitism into the field of the social field, and that ripples out. Now, I'm not even weighing in on either side. Actually, that's not the point of this video. The point, because I actually can see either side. Like, if I tried to even weigh in, I would just oscillate wildly. Between the two sides. Oscillate wildly. Morrissey, great problematic artist. But what my point in it is this, that it's not whether you should separate the art from the artist, but my question is, can you, for this reason? When people say, but the riffs though, I love the riffs, but I don't like the politics. The thing that people don't really get into is the way in which the politics and the ideas that artists have are baked into the pure aesthetics of the music itself, the riffs. Like, the actual sound of the riffs, the beats, the drumming, the way the band plays together, the tone of the singer's voice, all of these things have the ideology and the sensibility and the emotion and the vibe in it without knowing anything about what the person's about. Example, first time I heard Dissection, okay? I'd never heard them. I'd never heard anything about them. I did not know what that band was or what the guy was about. Nothing. My friend Nick puts it on. Nick McMaster from Crowless. He puts on Storm of the Lights Bane when we're hanging out. I hear the very beginning, puts on Where Dead Angels Lie. Hear the very beginning. I love it. And my first thought is, I love this. Second thought is, this is evil. This shit is evil. It's evil music. Vocals hadn't come in yet. Lyrics I had not heard yet. Knew nothing about it. Just guitar, bass, drums. That shit is definitely evil. I said, Nick, what is this? It's evil. He said, it's Dissection. funny you should mention evil. The guy killed a gay guy as part of some sacrifice to the order of 9 douchebags or whatever it is. So yeah, so like I was like, yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. And the thing about that I had to realize is that it's not just like, ooh, like I like something by a bad guy. It's like, no, it's more uncomfortable than that, because what I have to face is that what I liked about the pure riffs themselves is that it sounded like a guy who killed a gay guy for the Order of 9 Angels or whatever, right? I don't remember if that's the name of the actual chaos magic cult thing or whatever, but you understand. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I hate people getting murdered for no reason. I even more hate people getting murdered for hate crime reasons. But I liked the evil that I heard in those riffs. And so it's like the same with Lovecraft, too. It's like people are like, oh, I love the horror, but I don't like the racism. It's like, dude, the racism is in the horror, okay? And the horror is in the racism. I mean, they're kind of inseparable. So, it doesn't make you a hypocrite if you like it. It just means that you're a conflicted person, which is otherwise known as a person, with a million different things going on. And you got to face that you kind of like evil on some level. You might not like real world evil, but you like the feeling of evil if you like Lovecraft, okay? And, I'm not saying that, look, I'm not saying it's like a one-to-one thing where you can always listen to 2 notes of a guitar riff and immediately tell what their whole fucking ideology is. Obviously, I'm not being that simplistic, but I am saying that, there's this there's this sort of new wave of like anti-fascist, far left, black metal and extreme metal and doom metal bands coming out. Some of them suck, some of them are cool. Vile Creature I like. I'll give it up to Vile Creature. They're like kind of like doom, death doom kind of like vocally queer, vocally anti-fascist. Good band. But they don't sound evil. They sound leftist. And a lot of these bands sound left-wing. In other words, they don't sound evil. They don't sound scary. They sound like the riffs. I'm not talking about the lyrics. I'm talking about the riffs themselves. They come off more like crusty, grindy, punky, D-beaty kind of. The riffs themselves sound very like proletarian, pissed off at your job, kill your boss, kill your landlord, smash the machines. It has that sound to it. They don't sound evil. They sound, those black metal, those anti-fascist black metal, the riffs themselves sound like the rage of the oppressed, not the fury of the oppressor. They don't sound like and you listen to 2 seconds of Burzum, it sounds like the cruelty of the aristocrat. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying you're a hypocrite if you like one, or you're a hypocrite if you like the other. I'm saying if you're going to listen to like fascist music, even if you hate the fascism, I insist that you sit with the discomfort of the fact that the riffs themselves are fascist to some extent, and that if you like those riffs, if they make you fucking want to ride or whatever, then on some level there's something about that ideology that is resonating with you. All right? It's just, you have to sit with that discomfort and just somehow process it, because you can't just hack the artist away from the art. You just can't do that. All right? That's all.